Mark Rogers TV's college football predictions coming your way just about an hour from North Carolina State, noon Eastern time on Friday. 11-7 against the spread last week, including 2-0 confidence picks against the spread. Listen up for the confidence picks. All right, we are 18-11 confidence picks against the spread this year, and just a few more weeks, including the bowl games, to get it right and finish strong, as we typically do. If you check out the last 4 years on YouTube, and want to let you know about an app, an exciting sports app that launched over Thanksgiving weekend for football fans. This is a godsend. If you want to be the GM, if you want to be the coach, check out FireFan, Predict the Play, FireFan app. You'll see the promo code right there, and we will get you set up with free tokens. All right. North Carolina defeats North Carolina State and covers 10 points as the Tar Heels look to try to get to the ACC championship game. Houston, Memphis, Cougars win, but take Memphis plus the 5 points. Washington State, critical game for the Pac-12 championship game and the Apple Cup bragging rights. Washington wins, but the Cougars cover the 6.5 points. Boise, Air Force take Boise, and they covered 9. Iowa, Nebraska, one of my favorites for the holiday weekend. Not just this weekend, for every weekend. Burgeoning rivalry in the Big Ten. Iowa breaks the curse for the home team in this series. Iowa -2 over Nebraska and the issues at quarterback. Louisville, Kentucky. Take Kentucky plus the 26.5, but the Cardinals do win the game. All right, we're not going to save the best for last. We're going to go in chronological order. Ohio State, Michigan, and Columbus. Buckeyes win to possibly march on to the Big Ten championship game and a college football playoff, but 6.5, way too much in this game. Defensive battle for the most part. People see this one being very low scoring. I see too many athletes on the field to keep it that low scoring. I see it in the low 20s. Michigan plus 6.5, Ohio State wins. Virginia Tech, Virginia. Hokies go to the ACC championship game with a win. They will get that done. Cavaliers keep it close, though. 18.5. Bama, Auburn. I like Bama to cover, even though Auburn's legitimately a top 15 team. Bama just on another plane right now. Tide wins. Rivalry game, I understand, and Auburn's kept it close with lesser teams in recent years, but I like Bama to pull away late, 17.5. USC, Notre Dame. Yes, the Irish, despite the awful defense, keep it close enough. They cover 17.5. USC wins the game. SMU Navy, I'm looking for the upset with the Mustangs winning, so take the 7 points as well. West Virginia, Iowa State, Mountaineers, even on the road, win and cover the 7. All right, we dive into some confidence picks after this one. Minnesota, Wisconsin, I like the Badgers to win. And Minnesota, though, take the 14.5 points against Wisconsin. The Badgers move on to the Big Ten championship game. Penn State, Michigan State, even in Happy Valley, even though Michigan State may have left it on the field in Columbus or in East Lansing against the Buckeyes last week. 12.5, a little much for me because Penn State against decent opponents has not blown them out. I know that they got to 14 against Indiana, but needed a lot of help in the turnover category that I don't believe Michigan State will give them. Penn State wins to go to the Big Ten title game. Michigan State covers 12.5, confidence pick. Colorado, Utah for all the marbles in the Pac-12 South. Colorado does get it done and denies USC. Take Utah, though, plus the 10 points. I know the Utes have issues scoring, and they're on the road. They've looked bad in recent weeks. They lost to Oregon at home, but the Utes rise up here, keep it close, take the 10, confidence pick. Colorado wins. Clemson, South Carolina. Yes, the Tigers could blow them out. Yes, South Carolina limited in many ways, but the Gamecocks, having survived a very solid schedule and playing teams pretty close, I like the 25 points here. A 3-9 team kept it within 5 or 7 points. I think it was 37-32 last year, 5 points. Clemson wins at home. South Carolina keeps it close, at least within 25 points. That's a confidence pick as well. Tennessee, Vandy, like the Vols, but I like the Commodores with the points, plus 8. Stanford, Rice. one of the worst scheduled games late here in the season. It should be Stanford Cal. It should be USC UCLA. Stanford wins. Take Rice in 36. Does it matter? And then finally, on Saturday night, the big game between Florida and Florida State. Of course, it means nothing in terms of conference races, but for Florida, slim hopes of a college football playoff. But they lose. The Seminoles get the job done at home, but Florida, with that defense, you take the 7.5. We saw the LSU game. We saw that the offense can protect the football and take the defense with the 7.5 points, but the Noles do get it done at home. Those are my picks. Need to hear from you now. Remember, FireFan and the promo code YOUCANPLAY right here on Mark Rogers TV.